Welcome to the FX Options Weekly Outlook, a weekly podcast series hosted by Jason Ayres, a top instructor, trader, and founder of OptionSource.net. Join Jason as he discusses the latest trends in the Forex market with a look ahead on the US dollar versus the major currencies using the most commonly used technical indicators.
Hi there and welcome to the ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for November 30th, 2009. As always, this is Jason Ayres of OptionSource.net. Let's take a look at our weekly chart of the US dollar index. The US dollar continues to respect this stubborn downtrend against most major currencies now after a significant drop below our 75 support level, yielding a test that came very close into our 73-74 focal zone. The US dollar snapped back to close once again up within that 75 range. Now, the 76-77 focal zone still remains a very important overhead resistance. Until we see a break of this level, the path of least resistance continues to be down. Quick look at our daily snapshot reflects the importance of this 75 level as a support. And notice that despite Friday's significant comeback, the index closed well off the highs of the day, suggesting caution with respect to any continued upside move. Now, a break above the 75-75 level does open up a window for a move towards that 76.5 focal zone in the shorter time frame. Well, the CDD ended the week with a retest of our 107-108 focal zone. Now, Friday's close showed clear signs of apprehension, giving back a significant amount of ground. The 104 level continues to be an important support. Having been tested again this week, we could very well see another play down into that range. An extended move beyond 108 should test this 110-112 box. The US dollar continues to slide against the yen as seen here in the ISE FX options pair value YUK. Now this 86.5 focal zone reflects a measured extension and some consolidation here is anticipated. A natural retracement may yield a retest of this 88 to 88.5 range, which now becomes overhead resistance. With the path of least resistance continuing to be to the downside, the next move brings the 82 to 84 box into play. Well, the EUI continues to trend down as the US dollar struggles against the euro. The pair value broke support this week but quickly snapped back above the 66.5 focal zone. Until we see the pair value move beyond the 67.5, 68 box, the trend remains down. Let's take a look at the BPX, the US versus the British pound. Now the US dollar retested that 59.5 to 60 support level and quickly reversed, trading up into this important overhead resistance that we've identified within that 61.5 focal zone. Now closing off of the highs on Friday opens the possibility for further backfilling, which may once again retest that 59.5 to 60 support level. However, a break beyond this range could conceivably extend up into this 63.5 box. Well, the US dollar staged an impressive comeback against the Australian dollar as seen here in the ISE FX options pair value AUX. Now after retesting the 106-107 support level, the dollar snapped back to close the week with a test of the 111-112 focal zone. Now we may see a little bit of backfilling here after such a large move. If the pair value holds at this 108.5, 109 focal zone, a break above 111, 112 opens the window up for a more robust US dollar rally. However, the path of least resistance for the pair value continues to be to the downside. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index broke the 75 support but quickly reversed to close back above. The trend still remains down. We need to see it close back above 76 to signal a possible move higher. The CDD retested the 104 support and quickly reversed. We are still waiting for a break above 108 to lend further credibility to the continuation of an uptrend. The YUK sliced through 88 and is testing a measured extension. We should see some consolidation here, however the path of least resistance continues down. The EUI broke support but quickly reversed. As with last week, a close above 67.5 signals a break of the trend line and opens the window for a more robust rally for the US dollar. However, the trend remains down. The BPX did not drop as significantly as the other pairs, closing the week above 60.5. Support here could signal a continuation to the upside. Finally, the AUX retested the 106-107 focal zone but quickly reversed. There is significant overhead resistance at 112. A break above this may spark a more robust U.S. dollar rally. And this has been your ISE FX Options Weekly Outlook for November 30th, 2009. As always, I'm Jason Ayres of OptionsSource.net. Thanks for joining me here this week. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary, visit www.fxoptions.com. Become an OptionSource.net member. Visit www.optionsource.net. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.